It's mostly been for the loneliness of other people recently, but it drives her crazy. We've been married, me and my wife have been married for 10 years. We met the old-fashioned way. We celebrated our 10-year during quarantine. But we met the old-fashioned way. We met on Craigslist. It appears I'm very attracted to women selling used Nordic tracks. That's what gets me. Yeah, those used Nordic tracks. The cool thing about being married for 10 years is sometimes for your 10-year anniversary, you might renew your vows. This year, I just sent her updated terms and conditions over email. A little bit easier. I think that's the more modern way we should be doing vows nowadays. Simple, clean, no one reads them anyway. Just click accept, go with it. That's about it. We have 2 kids. They're 7 and almost 10 years old. My son was born on Christmas Eve, which was, it's very sweet. Hard to shop for. Wait, I gotta get you 2 presents this year? How does that work? He doesn't quite know Santa's not real. We're thinking of just telling him he didn't make it through COVID. Save some money this year. Because he thinks that everything's wide open when it comes to Christmas presents. He's like, Dad, what do you want for Christmas? Anything you want. What would you want to get? You want a Tesla? All right, I'll tell Santa, get you a Tesla. So I don't know whether to tell him the truth or take out a second mortgage, I'm not sure. Kids are expensive. They cost a lot of money. I'm not just saying with all their activities, he's figured out how to use email, and he sent me a Google Pay request the other day for $1,700. All I said was, PLC, please. I'm afraid if I don't pay it, he's gonna take me to collections. It's gonna hurt my credit history if I don't pay that off. I don't know what else to do. My daughter, she's very sneaky. She's 7 years old. When she was in kindergarten, they took her through fire safety training. And so she learned all the little ins and outs of, what do you do if there's a fire at home? Where do you meet? What's your safe place? She goes, Target. Who's gonna meet at the Target? Later that week, she comes out of her room, she comes up and she goes, Dad, if our house burns down, will I get new toys? And I said, well, I don't really want to explain how property insurance works. But sure. And then she ran back in her room and I looked at her and said, did she ask us or she's telling us? I started sniffing to see if I smelled any smoke. She's ready to light this baby up to give herself a new LOL doll. Kids, being a parent is fun though too. Kids, they believe most of everything you say. I remember one time we drove by Chuck E. Cheese. My kids were like, hey, can we go to Chuck E. Cheese? I said, no, they're only open on Wednesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. My son had my phone and he goes, Dad, it's Wednesday. It's 6:15 p.m. at night. Last year, they came running to me, Dad, the internet's not working. This was like life or death for them. Dad, the internet's not working. I thought about it for a second. I said, oh, it's because there's too much snow on the ground. The Wi-Fi can't get out. They're like, oh, okay. But what really happened is I forgot to pay the bill. So now every time it snows, I gotta run out and run downstairs and unplug the router. Hopefully they don't catch on. Oh man. I started homeschooling them this year. That's been tough. I thought I'd go the easy route first. And so I just started Goodwill Hunting my kids. You guys don't know what that is? You just write a math equation on the wall and hope one of them might solve it. Then you're like, oh, my job here's done. That was easy. No, it's not that easy. My son asked me during distance learning last week, he goes, Dad, what's shit mean? I was like, we're not live on Zoom, are we? I go, it means If your mom hears you say that, we're both in big trouble. We'll just tell her you learned it from her. Then I'll be out of the woods for that. COVID wasn't even the weirdest thing that happened to me this year. My birthday's in January. My grandma sent me a Nazi flag for my birthday. Yeah. Well, it wasn't her. It was my grandpa's Nazi flag. Let me rephrase that. It once belonged to the Nazis many years ago, and my grandpa captured it during World War II. So, thank you. So as a sentiment, she decided to gift it to me. Now this flag's had a lot of history. After my grandpa had passed away, my grandma was invited to go speak at an elementary school on World War II. So she wanted to bring a few relics with her to kind of show what World War II was like. One of those items she lugged down from the attic was this Nazi flag. And she lived in a retirement community in White Bear Lake. And she noticed it smelled a little dusty. Now, you don't really bring Nazi flags to the dry cleaners. Maybe in 1993, but not now. So she brought it outside. And now my grandma didn't make always the best decisions. Like ever since I was a little kid, she used to offer like my parents beer when they came to the house. And then all of us kids, not an alcoholic beer. Just a normal family, that's what I ended up with. So she brought the flag outside and she thought she'd air it out a little bit. She hung it on the flagpole above the American flag. Now we drove up that Sunday morning for our afternoon dinner at 10 a.m. and my grandma's out there and half the neighborhood's just staring at her house. And as we're pulling up, she's just waving to us like this. Hi everybody! And there it is, just flopping. So it's a family heirloom. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. You don't frame it, put it on your wall. But I appreciate the gesture. I'm gonna wrap up quick here. Thanks again for coming out tonight. We really appreciate everything you do. Come out to support, having some fantastic beer, and getting out of the house and not behind a computer screen, so we appreciate it. We're coming up on an election, and I feel like this is about the time to really start investing in some new companies and ideas. So I've been busy brainstorming a few, so if there's any potential investors out there, I got some ideas for you. The first one is lemonade stand, but with hot dogs. Let that marinate there for a second. Okay? Lemonade stand, but instead of lemonade, we sell hot dogs. All right, number one, idea. Number two, escape room, but it's in a porta potty. There might only be one way out, or two. You be the judge. I don't know how well that one's gonna work. I gotta flush that one out a little bit more. Finally, idea number three. Are you guys ready for this one? Barbecue. A barber where you eat barbecue at the same time. Get a haircut, get a beard trim, while you're eating ribs. I will be around after the show if you want to discuss financing options. Shark Tank said no, but here we are. But again, thanks again, TimHarmston.com.